Good morning. Just sitting in my garden, basking in the sun, waiting for the sunburn to kick off. Danny Roll. Let's start with the news that came out last night and how Stewart and Thelwell were fired. That was pretty brutal. They didn't see it coming. Mr. Kavanagh, obviously, it's been reported. Mr. Kavanagh had talked to Danny Roll off on a phone call. Said, "Look, these two are going." And that this will stem from his report that he can't work with him. He obviously trusts Danny Roll impeccably, and that's a good relationship to have. And the fact that he jumped in a plane, they obviously got other Rangers obviously got their PR people to get in touch with Sky for the interview in the main stand, as we saw Mr. Kavanagh do. Had something to eat with Danny, fired those two, and went home. That's brutal, but it's the way they work. Like we've said, at that level, they'll give people a chance. They'll give people a chance, but when their time's up, and they get rid of them quickly. Who they're bringing in, I don't know. There's talk of the Aberdeen CEO, who was also at Motherwell and has got very good figures, has done well. Director of football with Speed, there's a guy that used to be at Leeds. His name's kicking about. But Danny, Danny, he will be loving this job, I think, because it's a great start to his career. And on his CV, being able to work with a club that's in a bit of disarray still. Financially, we're in a great place. You know, we'll never be in a better place in our whole history. And that's something we forget at times, because I saw comments last night. Oh, the 49ers have been a disaster and whatnot. They've not. On the pitch, yes, but let's focus off the pitch, because off the pitch has been horrific for years. We're worrying about money, worrying if we can keep the lights on. And I know for a fact, twice in this last 14 years, we were in deep doo-doo at one point, and I mean like deep doo-doo. Like we were weeks away from being in a real horrific situation, even worse than we were before. Okay? People from around the world helped us out. So, that's something I remember, because my page was set up more for that side of things, because there was people, for some reason, high up around the world that were involved deeply with Rangers financial side of things, told me stuff, and so that's where I went with this. The page was set up already, but I'd set up the page more for the off the field stuff. But I'm where I am now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And again, thank you for everyone enjoying it. But Danny, back to Danny, he will love this, because if he does well here, gets us trophies, gets us championships, which he's told he's told the owners that that's exactly what he will do. And the owners have went all in with him, saying, "No bother, Danny, we're all in with you. We'll get you the tools needed." And that starts with money, you know, and the backing him for the players. And he will have said to the owners, "If you want me, I'll win you trophies, but I want the final say on players. You know, I want to be able to work with the director of football and his staff." And I think Danny. Well, there's no doubt about it. There's no revelations here for me. Danny will be working hand in hand with the club right now to talk to people that are going to give him the tools to win trophies, and he will. I'm 100% in with Danny. You know, yes, there were mistakes made. Some of his substitutions, etc., are a bit. But Falkirk this weekend, looking forward to this game immensely. And as I say, on a side note, tonight, 7 o'clock Thai time, 12 o'clock lunchtime, UK time, I'm going to a local derby. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube, I think, although YouTube might just restrict it to Southeast Asia. But if you Google Rayong FC versus Chonburi FC live, excuse me, at lunchtime, you'll be able to watch it. The standard of football is all right, because that's something I do get asked about. What's the standard of football in Thailand? I will do a separate blog on that, a separate sort of podcast type thing. But I will put that on my YouTube. This is a Rangers page, so that's more on my YouTube. I will certainly put the link to the YouTube video I do about it. But I'm looking forward to that tonight. It gives me something to do. I'm looking forward to doing my football coupon. I'm going to ask ChatGPT this time who's going to win what. And I think I asked ChatGPT last night about the coupon, and it put Liverpool down as a winner. And I'm like, at West Ham. But the law of averages says I've got to win eventually. But We'll see. But like Saturday, that sun's starting to get hot now. Uh, let's hope for a good performance at Ibrox tomorrow and a good performance but from Rayong FC tonight. Let's see. I will actually put the link to the gentleman I'm going to the game with in a separate post. The English FC Rayong FC Facebook page. I would love it if you just followed his page, even if you don't read it. Gets his algorithm up. But like I say, I'm really looking forward to tonight's football. And there's actually another chap off the page who's DM me 20 minutes ago. He lives about 20 miles up the road in Banchan. So yeah, hope you all have a good day. I'm just going to go in, have another coffee, sit, listen to Sky Sports News. I'll edit this video. You know, I quite enjoy doing that. You'll see I do changed a little bit the way I do stuff just with a laptop. But yeah, Rangers are in a good place. Danny's working well with the tools he's got. I know that we are getting better. It's not the best to watch. The proof is in the pudding, you know. And as I've said, imagine what he's going to do with the players that he wants. Anyway, cheers. Hope you have a great Saturday, and I hope you all your coupons are up. Cheers. Actually, I forgot to say this, and this was the most important part of my video this morning. As you know, I don't do notes usually unless it's really important, but this is kind of important. I was thinking last night, it was actually when I was in my bar by 33, my local bar by 33, sitting chatting to a guy. It was a Geordie. He's coming to football today with us. Do you know, see Thelwell and Stewart in a kind of strange way, maybe they were a blessing in disguise for Danny Rowe and for Rangers, for me and you. You know, but hear me out before you jump on me. They were that bad at if they were mediocre at their job, we might have hung on to them for another year or another 6 months and just not got anywhere. But they've been that bad at their job that the owners have went, boom, as we've seen, brutally sacked him. Got Danny in. I do appreciate that Danny was probably third choice behind Gerrard and Kevin Muscat. But he's here, so I kind of forget about those two gentlemen. Not saying they might end up here one day, you never know. But Danny... so it's a blessing in disguise that they've been so bad. The owners have trusted Danny. Danny's basically said, get rid of them. I can't work with them. I've seen who they want to sign in January and next summer. They're rubbish. So you see where I'm coming from. Maybe there is a wee bit. I'm looking for positivity. Maybe there is a bit of a blessing in disguise there that they were that bad that we've had to go, wait a minute, we need to hit a reset here, and a hard reset. You know what I mean? A proper shutdown and say, right, start again. And as we know, they've admitted it as well, the owners, Mr. Kavanagh. And again, when we talk about the owners, Mr. Kavanagh's not the owner, he's what do you call the chief executive or the chairman, Mr. Chairman. The owners are the actual 49ers family. And he's obviously, he'll be on the phone to them every year talking about all sorts of business stuff. But they'll have said, no, pull the trigger, let's start again. We don't like what's happening here. So we're 6 months behind. And here we are. Did you see what I mean, though? See what I mean when I'm talking about I'm kind of blessed in disguise. I know it's a kind of weird way to look at it, but yeah. Also, please, I'll stick the link in now here. Like, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube, please. I would love that. You know, it's still these videos that you watch on my Facebook page, but also do Thailand stuff, travel. I'm going to be doing Rayong FC, my other football stuff, and just other bits and bobs. You know, and you know, just help me get my numbers up. I would really appreciate it. I mean, I'm close to the figure that I'm looking really forward to and getting and follows on my Facebook page is the capacity of Ibrox, and I'm only about 180 short of that at the moment. That'll be a big moment for me to sit and think, if I'm sitting at Ibrox and it's true that so many people follow the page, I still don't understand why so many follow me. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy that waffles on. You know, there's plenty of good guys. There's the whole Rangers podcasting sphere, social media sphere is full of excellent people, you know, excellent people. I learn so much. And the people I learn the most from personally is you guys on the page, the stuff I read, the DMs that you send me. You know, I won't single anyone out, but, you know, but there's some people more than others, and I appreciate everything you guys send me. You know, a DM for me is direct message is a private thing. You know, now and again I will post some of the abuse that I get. You know, there was that Celtic fan the other week that I thought was quite a good reply I gave him, so I thought I could post it. But diversing. So yeah, but so do you see what I mean about how not Danny, Thelwell and Stewart might have been a kind of weird and a roundabout blessing in disguise, you know, because they were that bad. We've had to hit the reset button. Anyway, like and follow all my socials. I'll put my link tree as the final one, and here's my link tree right here. Have a great day. Cheers.